Latin America is known for their religious belief, traditions, and culture. Latin Americans are highlighted for their positivity towards life. When you hear of Latin America, you think of several countries that are filled with good times. You think of their music, food, celebrations, and hospitality. It's a place that tourists dream about traveling, but let's not forget the many architectures. Latin America consists of historic buildings with over 33 countries. Tourists travel to see what beauty is withheld. From houses of worship to bridges, monumental buildings, there is never a dull moment when visiting these places. Many of the buildings were built several years ago using the basic necessities around the country. In each piece, you see the detail and hard work put into building these places that many enjoy centuries later. Latin American architectures fill the soul and body with history and the story behind each piece. Some of the most historic places are the Santa Maria de Loreto, Santuario de las Lajas, Tikal, and Machu Picchu. Santa Maria de Loreto was built in the 1740s. It is one of the oldest Catholic churches in the town of Aku. It was built with the surrounding wood that's in that area. Not only is this building built out of nothing but wood, but it is also nailless. When walking up to the Santa Maria de Loreto, you're greeted by a 25-meter high tower. When walking in, you're greeted by high arches and many details. The structure has withheld over time, and the only thing that needed remodeling was the facades. Although this building has been around for centuries, it has withstood so many weather conditions and is still standing. Another historic church is the Santuario de las Lajas. This church is known as one of the most beautiful churches in the world. Being located in Colombia and built between 1916 and 1949, it sits 330 feet high. This church is also connected to a 130 feet bridge that sits over the Guadalquivir River. This church has high arches, high columns that's painted white and gold, and also have an immaculate roof that's in the shape of a cross. In Latin America, architectures have used different products in building these monumental places. In the early centuries, a lot of them used wood. For this one, they used stones. That brings us to our Guatemala monumental. It's called the Tikal National Park. The Tikal National Park sits in a rainforest surrounded by acres of grass and trees. Not only was this national park rediscovered in the 19th century, it is still enjoyed by many tourists to this day. The national park is surrounded with nothing but stones, from the temples to the staircases. There are different sections of this national park that can be toured. One of them has a temple of 170 feet high. The other one has a temple of 140 feet high. And also one that's 212 feet high. Lastly, that brings us to Machu Picchu. It is in the beauty of Peru and was created around 1450 AD. It was later rediscovered around 1911 and consists over 150 buildings. The Machu Picchu was created with nothing but stones and has hundreds of stairs to explore the surrounding area. Latin America consists of hundreds of architectures. I was only able to speak on a few, but I hope to visit several. There is history and stories behind each and every one of them. You could see the details and the passion that the architectures put into these places that we now be are able to enjoy centuries later. I hope you enjoyed.